technology that I like to use in the classroom is Nearpod. So Nearpod is interactive PowerPoints, interactive slides. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and guys. Let's log in. Okay, so with Nearpod, it's very similar to like Kahoot. You can search different lessons in the Nearpod library. They have all sorts of different lessons for different types of classes. So if I wanted to do technology and computer science, I could look at some Nearpods for computer vocabulary. I'll show you some of the Nearpods that I have made in this class or in my classes that I teach. So I have made all of these Nearpods with different, so this Jeopardy Nearpod, I'll show you guys. So here's what a preview of it would look like. So what the students would see. So there is sound and stuff like this. It might take a second to load. So you give the students the join code, and then this pops up on their screen. It is controlled by you as the teacher. They cannot go faster than you. They cannot go slower than you. It is just a PowerPoint that is up on their screen. So, oh, this isn't a good example. Not a good example because I had another PowerPoint at the same time as this one. Let me show you a different example. So here is an example. Let me try and think of one that's super interactive. Here, let's try this one. Let's see if this one was interactive. I can't remember. Okay, so I made this for my photography class. It's a 4-point critique Nearpod where the students interact. So I show them the picture and I tell them to describe what they see in the picture. Then on the next slide, this is, if I was a student, I'm seeing this as in student view, this is what they would see. They would have to type, share your thoughts or your screen. So I would say, I see a woman in a mask. She looks upset. Post. So as the students start posting, you're able to see what they're describing that they can see. So this is an interactive, but this is all that's on their screen. Right now I'm in student view, so you could see it as if you were a student. There's nothing else they can do on the screen except for answer the question. You are in charge of going to the next slide as the teacher. So then I would go to the next slide where they would have to analyze the elements and principles of art that they see. So again, they would type, I see value because it is in black and white, something like that. Again, this pops up for them. You see the different responses. This is good for participation or to see if students are understanding. You can talk about the different responses. The other students will see what other students are typing on here as well. You control when you go to the next slide and so on. So interpret, this is a draw it out. So how does this picture make you feel? What emotion do you see in this picture? This they can actually draw. So they can draw how they feel. So this makes me feel sad. Or they can write sad. Sorry about the writing. I'm trying with my mouse. But the draw it out, you have a timer that you set as a teacher. So maybe you give them a minute to draw out what they feel. And then the last one is just an open-ended question. This is another style. This is where you type out an open-ended question just to the teacher. Like the whole class cannot see this answer. So I really like Nearpod. There are different little games that you can include in the Nearpod. So I'll show you how to create one. You would just go to create, lesson, and you just add a slide. So you can add a video, you can add a link to a website, you can add this is a game, a vocab video game, a sway, a graphing calculator, an audio, or you can add an activity. So you can add time to climb, which is a game. You can add matching. a little quiz, a flip grid, which I showed in one of my previous videos. So there's fill in the blank, a collaborate board. This is what I have them usually do because they can collaborate with each other. So let's say I wanted to have them do matching for vocab. You would type your instructions, you would just create little matching, add a timer. So it's really self-explanatory, and it's really great for the students because they have to interact with the actual slides that you are having them do, and they cannot go anywhere. There's nothing on their screen. They cannot move on or do anything like that until you are ready. So I really do enjoy using Nearpod for each one of my classes. There's something that you can do, like this Jeopardy game is really fun. The students enjoy it. It's just good information for all of the students in different classes.